Disclaimer. Please note, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Hello everybody. How are you out here in YouTube land? This is your host of the Raw and Spicy YouTube channel, Bindi, Miss Williams if you're nasty, soon to be Williams Bennett, right? Yes. Got married recently. The 6th of May was my nuptials. I'm going to share a little bit about that in a few, but I want to take the time to say thank you to Mr. Chad Greenland, my producer, and his wonderful wife, Miss Ayana Greenland, for facilitating this project of mine that I undertake since the past couple of months ago when I decided that I needed my own YouTube channel. I started out on someone else's platform. It didn't go well. So now I created my own channel. But when I make the audio, I don't know yet how to post it. So I allow Mr. Chad Greenland to be my manager as to, get my videos out for me. So I'm thankful to him. I also want to say a big thank you and shout out to my 3 children and my 1 grandchild. My queen of the deck, the only girl, well, not the only girl, she's the only girl I gave birth to, Miss Nellie. Yes, the queen of the deck. And my second born, Mr. Fly Moolah, right, Ricky. And my baby, the baby boy, home slice, I call him, Mr. DiGiorno. And my 1 granddaughter so far, my princess, Miss Carly. I love her so much, right? And my wonderful, wonderful husband that the Most High has seen fit to grace my presence with a wonderful, loving husband. His name is Mr. Coswell Bennett. And I love my husband because the Most High know what I needed, right? He knew that the past relationships that I had was just training ground. These people was not necessarily to stay. They came into my life for me to learn something from and move on. And boy, did I learn. Over time, I'm going to share with you guys some of the stuff I incur or I went through as far as relationships go. I won't call names because then I don't want nobody looking at anybody of my past when if they know them and see them, they look at them any kind of way. No, I don't want that. I'll share about me and I will not share names though, right? I just share my husband's name because he's husband. He's not boyfriend, right? But let me tell the people, let me go in on my Jamaican verbiage. I've had some doozies. Me say, some of them will not go cry, some of them will not go laugh, and some of them will not go say, but where they back? Yeah. Anyway, the Most High know who I needed at this time of my life, being 53 years old. I am thankful to get a real man, a real good husband who is 54 years old, and he's a good man. He's a good man, very ambitious man who him not know nothing more than work. He don't know nothing about nothing more than work and family. Right? That's all he know. Work and family. He don't know nothing else. Work and family. Right? And let me tell you now, I do background check this time. I do extensive background check because I don't want to go around the same boat. I go around the same harbor over and over and over again in the same boat. Right? Because that's not good for nobody. Right? At 53, I don't need to go around the same harbor in the same boat. Because I made it in some relationship boat that way it capsized. A lucky thing, I know for float. Yes, I float my fat self right to shore. right? I float my fat self right onto the shore and sit myself down for the last couple of years so I can analyze myself to figure out and find out why am I always getting these misfits. Let me say misfits, because me no know I must misfits me have to call it. Me have to call it what it is, misfits. Right? Because most of the time me did think me in a relationship, never know till almost the end say the relation boat me did enough. So that's why I said the boat capsized a couple of times when me have to float back to shore. Because anybody know me know say me is a plump, pleasantly plump, fluffy girl. Right? I'm a fluffy, pleasantly plump female where me can't swim, but me telling you something. You no can't drown me because me know for float. When people see me in a water float, a lot of people is marveling and be like, how she do that? You understand me? But I have some control over my mind space. I have a lot of control over my mind space for that matter. You understand me? And that's how I was able to even change my life. And at this time in my life, meet a wonderful husband, right? And yes, me get what me need. Because when me they want, you know, me tell you, relation boat, when I stop capsize, I may have to float back into shore. Yes, so I am thankful for the man that the Most High has brought into my life. He brought him into my life for such a time as this, because I am now able to appreciate him as the man that the Most High created him to be. This man is a hard worker. He's been working from since he was about 15, 16. Owned his own house when I believe he was 19, right? So, and nobody will look nothing from me. It's not nobody will look anything from me. All this man looks for from me is love. You understand me? I may have that in abundance, because the people them that I was giving it to wasn't worthy. They were not worthy people. And I decided to take it back and take control of my life. You understand me? And analyze the person that I'm getting, right? And the person that I'll choose, right? So that's what I did. And I analyzed my own self. Because you see, when you're in a alone time, you are able to analyze yourself and see where you go wrong in your past relationships that didn't work out, and what did you do right? Because it's not always you doing wrong. Sometimes you do right, but it turn out wrong, right? So I get to analyze me and see what was I doing, you know, to attract people who were problematic, you know, in my life. Because you will meet them and them look good on the outside, and then when you find out them are mad people dressed up in a clean clothes, some of them just, you know, it's always something. It's always something. My last long term, he was a warboat. Was a warship. Yeah, him was a warship. And me couldn't take no warship. So me chuck off outer deep. Me chuck off after, I want to say 8 or 9 years in the relationship. Me chuck off. Me couldn't take no more of the worry, and me couldn't take it no more, because I'm not a person. Me will tell you when my mind I'm gone. Me not in the war and beaches with you. Me not depend that. And he seemed like he was fueled and turned on by those kind of things. And I had to find that out later in the relationship and diffuse the situation by just stop arguing. I stopped arguing and prayed and fast for him to go. I did that. I prayed. That man didn't left me. Me left him. Me pray and fast him out of my life. Trust me, me tell you now. You understand? Because the Most High said, me never need that. Him know what I needed. He know that I deserved better. I deserve better. I deserve somebody like who I got now, who does not like to argue. Me the argumentative one right now. And I find that he doesn't like to argue. I don't argue a lot with him at all. Because me not gonna give nobody what me no want. You understand me? From once me hear him raise him voice and him serious, me just know say, okay, it's time to scale it back. He is serious. Let me scale it back a bit and calm down and be rational and talk. Before that, me never learned them traits there. So I guess they say wisdom come with age. And so I was able to learn how to speak and how to not speak in anger, or even when I'm angry, watch what I say coming out of my mouth. You understand me? So right now, I can say I am blessed and highly favored from the Most High Yeshua, who has deemed fit to bless me with a wonderful husband who all him I look for love, because he's a hardworking man who just in run and walk. We tell you, say him run and walk. All he look for in a female is love and respect, right? And I respect him and I love him, and I'm not perfect, but I'm going to try to be perfect for him. Perfect for him. Okay? When I say perfect for everybody, no. Perfect for him. And even in my perfection, I hope he see through my imperfection and love me anyways, because that's what I aim to do. I will love him through his imperfection, because he's not perfect, but he's a wonderful spirit, he's a wonderful soul, he's a wonderful man. Me to go teach the man, and the man end up a teach me. You understand me? Trust me when I tell you. Cause when him will say to me, say, babes, me's a person, me pray and I'm a wife, me pray. If me tell myself, say, me want this, me work towards it, I'ma get it. You understand me? So he is even teaching me how to believe for what I prayed for, which is that's how me even get fit. Change my life and change my mind. I started praying different and I started believing what I prayed for. Right? Me not say everything are gonna be perfect every day, because we're in an early stage now. But with the Most High in the midst, that is going to facilitate this, hopefully. And I know the Most High is faithful unto me, that He's gonna allow this to work. Right? Okay, enough about that. Now, let me talk about some things that is going on out here in this big, bad world of ours that we live in. Right? This big, wide world. Today, me decide to go buy some groceries, right? So, I wasn't paying attention to the fog and this, that's going on outside. I just went right in my son's car. He dropped me off at BJ's and I walked into BJ's, and a friend of mine saw me and she was like, "Where your mask?" So I said, "Mask? Mask to what?" She said, "You know, see what going outside?" I said, "Well, no, what's going on outside?" She said, "Turn around." And when I turn around and look, all I could see is fog. Nothing but dense fog. So I'm like, what is going on? And she said, here say fire a go on a Canada, and the smoke and all of that trickling down to us. That's what we get in the fog, and the air quality is really bad. So they're asking people to wear masks. I said, honey, I did not know nothing about this. Anyway, another co-worker of hers walked up to me and she was like, "Girl, wear your mask." And I was like, is that serious? Because then when I look around, I start seeing people really have masks on. So she went behind the counter and would get me a mask. And I said, okay. And when I came home from food shopping, I sat down after I unpacked my groceries, and I noticed the news was saying something about a fire and, air density and air quality. And I'm like, wait, this is serious. But then now, the another part of the news, I start hear them say, oh, the White House is saying, the air quality is bad and climate change. And I say, okay. Then I start see some people, I say, who are run for candidacy of the presidency and all of this. And I say, okay. So I said, okay, so now they're going around and doing this thing on purpose. They're setting fires, and because there's a election coming soon, them want people to start gravitate to whoever start talk about climate change and this, and we need to do that and what. Not that climate change isn't bad. It is bad. It is really bad. And we have made it so. We human beings have made it like that. Climate change this bad. You understand me? So now I said to myself, so, but why every time they do these things is the lower class of people who suffer? Right? Because the upper class now feel nothing about this, and them can't stop from work and still get paid. But the lower classes, when you call out from work from these things because you can't go out there in this, you suffer. We suffer. You understand me? Because we're not going to get paid for the day. Right? So I say, all right. I started looking. Then I see another news clip about a prom, con up. I have to say con up because certain things you can't say on YouTube. Con up will go on our prom. My Jamaican people know what I mean by con up. A father and son is no longer here. Okay? Because someone maliciously took a firearm and went to the prom and display anger towards both persons, and they're no longer with us. And I said to myself, why is it that my people of color don't look upon themselves and take a deep look? But then again, me say we are so enslaved in our mind that we can't see the harm we're doing to each other, right? We can't see the damage. We don't see that they take even the certain curriculum out the schools that our children supposed to learn, so they know where their foreparents and their parents, grandparents and foreparents been, so they know how to move forth and how to go forward. They took that away from us. So now it's even rather worse. We as people of color stop cause harm to each other. You cause harm to yourself and you cause harm to other people. That is not good. That is not right. Take a look. Come out of your mind space. Change your life by changing how you think and how you see things. That's how we can do this. We can do it. We just have to start from the mind. So, until I get a chance to run on here again and give another audio about current events, this is your girl Bindi of the Raw and Spicy YouTube channel. I love you guys.